All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1067, Daniel's case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. Okay, it looks like Miss Daniels brought this case before the court. And what's your name, sir?
Michael
All right. Michael, well, what's your last name? I don't want to call you by your first name.
Club.
Michael Clough. All right, Mr. Clough. It looks as though you were brought to court.
Unwillingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be put on child support, but she's not here.
She's never here, Your Honor. She never shows up.
All right, so tell me what's going on. Well, you know she brought you here for you to pay child support. So
Right.
what's going on with you all's situation?
I mean, not too long ago, she dropped the kids off. She was in a strange vehicle, saying she was about to come up on some money, and I haven't seen her since, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm taking care of these kids. I got to go to work. I can't, they my kids. I had them, I made them, but, I got to go to work.
Okay. How many kids are we talking?
5.
5 kids? She dropped out 5 kids with you?
5 kids, Your Honor.
And kept going?
Nothing.
Who was driving the car? Could you see?
I couldn't see, you know how it is.
All right, buckle up, because we've got a courtroom drama on our hands. A father is dragged into court for child support, but there's a twist. The mother doesn't even show up. Here's the kicker. She disappeared 2 months ago after dropping off their 5 kids. No car seats, no diapers, just a beat-up car and a promise of a payday. Then she vanished without a trace. Since then, the dad's been doing it all no contact, no help, just him holding it down. Full-time job, solo parenting, and still showing up to court. The judge? Completely stunned. But the dad? He's calm, just trying to survive. This sets the stage. One parent gone, the other left to carry the weight of 5 kids alone, working full-time with no support. The tension? Real. The struggle? Relatable. And as the court watches it all unfold, the reality hits hard. This dad didn't show up to dodge his responsibility. He's already carrying the entire load.
No, I don't.
You don't.
Tell me what you mean.
I mean, these women get with these strange guys, they give them this false hope, and so she was in some kind of old Cutlass with some 20s on it, and she rode off in the sunset. Haven't seen her since.
And all 5 of the kids were in that car?
All 5 of them sitting on each other's laps.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my gosh. Are any of the kids in car seats or should be in car seats?
No car seats. My youngest kid didn't even have any diapers, I called my mom and asked her. She said no, so I had to do what I had to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long ago did that happen?
Like 2 months ago.
2 months.
2 months ago.
Have you heard from her at all?
Haven't heard from her at all. I sent her some texts when I got the letter about coming to court. But
Right.
I haven't heard anything since.
Okay. Did she tell you she was going to bring you to court for child support?
She did. And then she dropped the kids off, and I haven't seen her since.
Okay.
hmm
So what was the conflict? Like, what happened for you all to get to the point to where she said, I'm going to file child support on you?
Well, I was working out of town, Your Honor,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sending her about $500 a week, but she wasn't satisfied with that. She felt like she should have $2,000 a week, and I just couldn't do it, Your Honor. I couldn't survive off giving her that much money, and, I tried to work it out with her, and then I ended up getting a letter in the mail, which I thought was crazy.
Okay.
All right, here's the breakdown. The money fight gets laid bare. Dad's been sending $500 a week, but then Mom demands $2,000, a sum that completely wiped him out. When he couldn't keep up with the demand, she filed for child support and disappeared. Now he's covering everything on his own, with no help, while working a job at McDonald's as a cook and raising 5 kids alone. In the courtroom, the judge is asking the tough questions, and the dad's answers speak volumes about his struggle. No complaints, just the raw facts. This moment shines a light on the reality of being overworked and still getting dragged into court by someone who won't even show up. The court begins to see the truth. This dad isn't trying to dodge his responsibilities. He's already carrying the weight. His job barely covers his kids' needs, but he's still grinding every day. The room starts to respect him, and rightly so.
Are the kids on any type of government assistance or anything?
No, ma'am, Your Honor. I pay for everything.
Okay, you pay for health insurance and everything like that?
All of it. All of it. And I work at McDonald's, Your Honor. I can't afford that, 5 kids, McDonald's salary. It's hard out here.
Okay, so you're in management?
No, I work on the line. I'm a cook.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Best
All right.
cook out here.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't eat at McDonald's, otherwise I'll put your cooking skills to the test.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but you cook other stuff, right? You can cook outside of what
I
you
cook
make.
other stuff outside of work.
Okay, all right. You do like private in-home stuff, so like if me and my husband needed private chef,
No,
you could
you
do
and your
that?
husband don't want the stuff I cook, Your Honor.
What you cook?
Oh, I'm not at liberty to discuss that in the courtroom right now.
Oh, okay, got you.
Right.
Right, okay.
If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean, but you know what? I don't even want to know.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Okay, all right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and dismiss this case.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No
I left
problem.
them in the car, so, I really do got to get back.
You left them by themselves?
What a dog watching them.
There's a dog watching the kids in the car.
The dog watching.
Is it like a German Shepherd? I have a German Shepherd.
No, it's a poodle, but he's trained to watch the kids.
So you left the poodle with the kids?
Yeah, the kids, yeah.
How old is the oldest child?
11.
Well, I guess that's not too bad. How old is the youngest child?
2.
Oh, okay. It's not
Yeah.
too bad, but
Yeah.
let me hurry up and get you out of here so you can go back and get with those kids,
I
okay?
appreciate it.
This part adds a little humor, but make no mistake, the grind is real. The judge cracks a joke about his cooking, asking if he does private gigs. His response? Let's just say my cooking might not be what you're expecting. The room laughs, but underneath it all, the truth is clear. He's hustling, using every ounce of skill he has just to feed his kids and keep his head above water. This isn't about flipping burgers. It's survival mode with 5 mouths to feed. The judge gets it too. Behind the jokes, there's a man who's doing everything he can, while the person who dragged him into this mess isn't even here. Every joke lands, but the reality of his situation cuts deep. Humor aside, this man is carrying a weight most couldn't handle, and yet he's still standing.
So we're going to dismiss this case. Now, she does have the right, if she wants to refile it in the future.
Right.
That's not saying that she will get what she's looking for, but she does have the right to do that. I just want to make sure that you understand that.
Right. Well, I don't think she'll show up anytime soon. She went to Miami to get a BBL, so,
What's a BBL?
they take the fat from the stomach and put it in the butt. Yeah.
Oh,
So
like plastic surgery?
I guess. I seen a picture. It was 10 or 12 of them in wheelchairs at the airport, so.
Okay, well, all right.
The wrong business, you know what I mean?
Maybe so. I need to be one of those doctors.
Right.
Okay. Well, Mr. Clough, if there is nothing further, you are free to leave and get to the car to get with those kids, okay?
Right. I'm going to get there right now. I
All right.
appreciate it, y'all.
Thank you.
Now, let's break it down. The tension's thick, but finally, it's decision time. The judge dismisses the case, and it's clear why. Dad's doing everything he can, while Mom can't even show her face. But here's the kicker. He left the kids in the car, washed by a poodle. Yep, a poodle. The oldest is 11, the youngest is 2, and he's racing back to court. The room laughs, but it's real. A dad under pressure, doing the best he can with no help, no breaks, just survival. This moment shows the raw truth of what parenting looks like in the trenches. It's wild. The judge sees the reality and lets him go. The court's stunned, amused, and honestly impressed. He's not reckless. He's desperate and doing everything he can with the little he has. You feel both the struggle and the hustle in every word. But wait for the wild twist. Turns out, Mom went to Miami for a BBL yes. You heard that right, leaving her 5 kids behind to get cosmetic surgery. Dad drops that detail casually. She's in a wheelchair, fresh off surgery, while he's drowning in responsibility. The judge's reaction says it all pure disbelief, followed by humor. She jokes, maybe you should have been a surgeon, not a cook. The judge tells him she can refile, but no one's holding their breath. Dad's out the door fast, racing back to his kids and his loyal poodle. This is courtroom chaos at its peak, part comedy, part tragedy, and and 100% real life. The contrast is brutal. One parent chasing clout, the other chasing diapers. Case closed.